Hey everyone, this is J-Ron with OwlHackU. Today we're going to go through PortSwigger Academy and tackle a SQL injection lab. This one entitled SQL Injection Vulnerability and Where Clause Allowing Retrieval of Hidden Data. SQL injection is one of my absolute favorite vulnerabilities to exploit, so if you're ready to start hacking, let's click on the Access to Lab button and let's get going. Okay, I'm ready to do this SQL injection lab. So just starting off with, I kind of want to just take a moment and analyze some components on this site. So I want to click on links, click on buttons, get a feel for what kind of functionality we have access to. Let traffic go into Burp Suite. So clicking on a few things, and I think we have all the information that we should need to solve this lab. So let's jump into Burp. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this and start taking a look at some of these requests that came through. And I'm particularly curious about the ones that have the params check mark in here. So category clothing, this product ID 15, product ID of 10. So let's take a look at the get filter category equal and something about PortSwigger Academy Labs. If you don't have like accessories or if you clicked on something different, it's okay. They're often generated with random different categories and data. So feel free to just pick on like a category equals and whatever that is, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do some further analysis on this. Right click, I'm going to send a repeater, click on the repeater tab, hit send, and we get a 200. So all the data looks good. We should be able to also render this. It'll take just a brief second and we can see the page. I'm going to click back on pretty though, just so I can see response code. So telltale sign for SQL injection. If you put a single or double quote in, there's a chance that it can break the query on the back end. So whenever you're doing some sort of engagement, you find input fields. It's not a bad habit to get into, just putting some special characters in there, single quotes, double quotes, and less than signs, all those, just to see how the application will behave. So from here on out, let's just do accessories, single quote. And I do notice it says 500 internal server error. If we render this, we get the same, like the 500. So something broke the site. This special character broke the site. If I added another single quote, what would happen? So getting a 200 is telling me that we broke the query with the first quote, and then the second quote is somehow fixing it. But I'm imagining we don't have data. So we actually have a valid query, but we're not going to return any results in terms of data. If we remove both of these single quotes, we actually get data back. So what we want to do is try and get hidden data in here. So one single quote, and if we do something like or 1 equals 1 tac space tac. This is a generic SQL injection payload. So get the accessories, put a break in here, or if 1 equals 1, which is a true Boolean statement, and then comment out everything afterwards. So we do not care about anything that would come after this query. We want to just terminate this query. And I want to URL encode this just to make sure things transfer correctly over. So if you right click and go down to convert selection, URL encode, we just need the key characters. So it'll add in the pluses for us for spaces and just put in that data or these characters to make sure the transition of this request goes through smoothly. So let's hit send. And this looks like it's a lot more data. Let's actually take a look at what happened. So Burp did say that was the intended means of solving this lab. So let's actually go in here. I'm going to copy the URL, so hopefully I get the payload included. Open up a tab. Let's take a second to analyze this. We have 3 accessories. So if we pop this open and put this in here, hit send, this should then show us, yeah, more data is in here. So we're indeed retrieving more content than what we should or originally was developed to. Now, this was a very simple, straightforward lab. I'm hoping that this builds a foundation for what we're going to do in the first place. So as we continue with PortSwigger Academy Labs, we're going to continue to add more complexity to our queries and our payloads to get it to divulge and do more things. So this was a simple one. If you have questions though, please feel free to reach out and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But take this as like kind of the building the foundation for how we're going to approach more labs down the road for SQL injection. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you learned something new from this, and happy hacking.